way better than stretching. For plantar fasciitis, let's say you're going to stretch a muscle. And the reason why stretching doesn't often work is because you're going to stretch the part that's already stretched out.
So this represents a muscle.
This represents a muscle that's thicker on one end, thinner on the other end, or maybe it's adhesed down on this end.
Sure.
So it's, you want to get this. This is the part of the muscle you want to work, is the thicker adhesed down part.
When you stretch it.
Yeah. So when I stretch, look where the stretch is occurring though.
All in one spot.
Yeah.
This is a real good testimonial or
it's
demonstration.
stretching on the thin part and right there instead of the thick part. To get this thick part, we're actually going to want to use devices such as a ball and put pressure right on that muscle right there.
And make it supple, like the leopard.
Yeah. This is normally where you feel plantar fascia.
Right by the calcaneus.
Yep. And often those are some minor tears.
Mm-hmm.
So we want to mobilize all these tissues here, the plantar fascia, in order to take less stress on that area.
Right.
So one thing we can start off with very simply is when you're on the floor, a good focal pressure point to use is a golf ball.
Golf ball, yeah.
Now, if that's too much for you to start off with, you could use a lacrosse ball or a tennis ball, but just start by rolling your foot. Avoid the tender spot if that hurts. Just work in the area that doesn't.
So with your hand, or are you going to put it on the floor?
No, put it on the floor.
Oh, and actually you'll feel kind of good, and you get that fascia loosened up as well as the tissues around it.
We want to work the entire posterior chain here up into the calf here too, and that's what he calls working upstream from it. The problem.
Do you think he's a fisherman?
I know he might be.
But yeah, so that all these muscles here connect directly to the heel through the calcaneus, and which becomes part of the fascia.
Mm-hmm. So that needs to be mobilized also. So you might take, here I have a softball, and I might smash on that and let that, find a tender spot. Yeah. I might even do some flossing, roll back and forth on it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I think people are accustomed to doing.
Sure.
Here's a different method. You can start with a lacrosse ball if you want, but you actually push on the area and then you twist the ball. Push on the area and then twist the ball.
So you're twisting the skin kind of.
Yeah, you're twisting the tissues, and it just gives a different feel, and it helps with tissues that are adhesive.
You gotta get on the floor
You're going to have to get on the floor for this one, or you're going to have to... what's nice about it, even if you can't get on the floor, you can quite often just put the foot down and work on the bottom of the foot.
Yeah,